For those of you who are a little bit more in tune with your Lumix cameras, you'll know that a really nice feature is the ability to change the focus ring control settings, and you can either set the focus ring to linear or non-linear with native Panasonic lenses. For those who are unaware of the difference between the two, non-linear means that the faster you spin the focus ring on the lens, the faster the focus will shift from either near to far or far to near, of course depending on what direction you're turning it. However, the linear focus modes acts the same as a manual focus lens, and the amount you turn the lens always controls the focus in the same amount, so it doesn't actually matter how quickly you spin it, it will always focus the same distance from one point to the other. The cool thing with linear focus though is that you can actually go in and change the focus rotation, and therefore how much you have to turn the lens to get from macro to infinity. So you could set this to 90 degrees for example and have a very small distance to turn the lens to get from the nearest to the furthest focus plane. Or you could set it to something like 360 degrees for example, so you literally have to turn the focus ring one full rotation to get from one focus end to the other end. Therefore, linear focusing is more in line with what the experience of using Cine Glass would be like, and you can go in and dial your settings to give yourself more precise control over your focusing. Well, up until this point, this feature has only been available with native Panasonic lenses, as I mentioned earlier, but recently Sigma just announced a firmware update for a handful of their L-Mount lenses that will allow you to unlock this feature. This is huge news and could be a massive turning point for those who have been on the fence about buying Sigma glass for their Lumix bodies, and definitely shows that Sigma is definitely paying attention to what the L-Mount users are asking for. Right now, only 2 art lenses are able to get this update, and those are the 24-72.8 and the 35mm f1.4, and then there's also 8 of their contemporary lenses that are also able to get this update right now as well. And I'm sure they'll roll this firmware out to more and more of their lenses as time goes on, but I'd say that so far this is definitely a very good start. There is one caveat to all this however, and that's in order to perform a firmware update on any of your Sigma lenses, you'll need to get the Sigma USB dock, and if you don't already own it, that will set you back around £60 here in the UK. Again, this really isn't a huge deal, but it's definitely a little bit annoying if you're sitting at home right now with a lens that can get this update, but you need to go out and buy something else to make it happen. I'll leave a link to the Sigma firmware article down in the description, and please let me know in the comments whether this update will tempt you to invest in some Sigma glass for your L-Mount camera if you haven't already done so. Anyways, this was only meant to be a very short video from me. I just wanted to share this news here on the channel, as I think it's great to see the L-Mount developing more and more as time goes on. And this is just one small step to making the ecosystem more coherent across the board. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat useful, entertaining or interesting, and if you did, then please subscribe to the channel because I do make a lot of content here surrounding the L-Mount ecosystem, so if that's up your alley then this channel will definitely be for you. So yeah, thanks again, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Cheers!